Your teammates.
It's the best. I can't even move, but I don't care. This is unbelievable. This is what you dream for as a kid, and I'm 24 years old, and I'm the luckiest guy on the planet.
Soler with a one-out single. Very short lead at first base. And Bryant sends one in the air. Way back left field. Goodbye. Two-run home run. Kris Bryant. Cubs have the lead.
He wasn't late on that one.
I'll tell you what, when you give somebody 6 fastballs, right? 6 fastballs, balls up, he's not late, just like you said. That's why he's Rookie of the Year, because he's got big fly power.
And that will be the last hitter that Waka faces. Maybe one too many for the Cardinals. Cubs lead on the Bryant bomb. A big story for the Cubs offensively because they have not hit at all. Bryant's 0 for 11 with 4 strikeouts. Got a couple of double plays in the postseason. And he and Rizzo are a combined 0 for 21 for Chicago. You can forget that. Bryant turns it around quickly. And Cubs fans are glad to see that. Bryant with a single to left, 2 on, 1 out. And the Cubs get something cranking early here against Waka.
You got to take advantage of Walker right now. Adrenaline's pumping. He had to throw a strike. That ball's up. That is a bullet by Kris Bryant. That's a good sign for the Cubs. If he gets going and the next guy up, Cards are in trouble.
Guys, in that struggle in September for Waka, 24 innings pitched, he walked 18 batters. 2.
And Bryant hammers one into right center field. And that ball is going to be one hopped into the ivy. Bryant on his way to second and thinking about third. He's on his way. The throw comes in late. A wild throw. It's a triple for Bryant. And the Cubs are back in business here in the 8th inning.
There's another huge run right there with Bryant. Hit that ball in the gap. Took him forever to get that ball in. It looked like he was going to pull up second base. Had second thoughts. You see the ball middle in. He hits the ball in the gap right center. It comes off of the ivy. But Hayward had a tough time getting it in. He gets the third easy on it.
I think they had a little confusion over who was going to pick it up, Dennis. Scotty looked at Jason, and then Jason was looking at him, and then Jason picked it up.
As soon as Bryant saw that, he said he went for third. Because normally this is a double, but you see him fumble.
Matt Harvey with the phone duty in the Mets dugout. He did it all last night. The 3-1 is drilled to left. Back toward that wall and off the wall. The Cubs are on the board as Kris Bryant doubles with 2 out. And it's 4-1. Boy, that ball was pounded.
Well, Ernie, you talked about Kris Bryant, 48 2-out RBIs during the regular season. He does it again.
It's a 3-1 fastball. The uppercut swing of his produces a top spin. And the ball still gets out there on the top spin and hits the wall, the top part of the wall.
Noah Syndergaard. That ball is drilled. And I mean, that is long gone by Kris Bryant. Well, Bryant with the answer to the Murphy home run.
There's that crooked number they've been looking for.
I think he comes back with another changeup. And this time it didn't surprise him.
again.
Absolutely, yeah. He's done that all year, though. That's one thing about Johnny. You can get a couple guys on it that doesn't really bother him. I know there's been a lot made of, a few people stealing bases, etc. But you go, we go. But for the most part, man, people get out there. He does a great job. Look at his ERA.
Kris Bryant rattles a double into the left field corner. And the Cubs not only have their first hit of the night, they've got a runner in scoring position.
Well, you see where that pitch was. You see how flat his swing was over the strike zone. And this ball has a little bit of topspin that gets by. And for a double. Listen, Bryant's had an unbelievable year. The rest may have helped him more than anybody. He was struggling in September. And maybe that little 3-4 days of jolt rest will help get that bat fresh again. And they're hoping so, because Bryant's been huge offensively for the Cubs.
Yeah, just 4 for 20. Bryant hit a team best .314 against left-handed pitching during the regular season. And straightens that one out into the left field corner. Bryant wheeling into second with a one-out double.
Madison missed his spot there, as you'll see. Look where he wanted to target. See it up. Bryant, a bigger hitter, able to pull his hands in and hit it down the line. That's across your body. That's what David Ross was talking about.
Bryant lines a pitch into center, and there will not be a 1-2-3 inning here in the fourth.
It's interesting. Both pitchers pitch from the same side of the rubber. One left-handed, one right-handed. You won't find a spot bigger between the two. This pitch right here has made Bryant probably the MVP in the numbers that he put up.
Anthony Rizzo waiting next. Swinging a high fly ball to deep left field. At the track, at the wall, Blanco leaps, and it's gone! Kris Bryant has tied it in the ninth!
Well, home run number 7 off of sliders now for Bryant. Just enough, too.
And the bullpen woes, which had appeared to be fixed in San Francisco, have resurfaced. Here's Anthony Rizzo now, a 5-5 ninth inning tie.
And you start thinking, I'm going to get 3 outs. I get 3 outs, that's a save. We go on, and I'll be doing my thing on the mound. That's the area you got to be careful of.
And a base hit for Kris Bryant. Leadoff hitter aboard.
That's the one I would be really hoping to get. That's the one that ends up in the seats.
And the 1-2 to Bryant. Swinging a drive, left field and deep. Back goes Kendricks, back near the wall. Kendricks leaping. It's off the wall and bounces back toward the infield. Fowler around third. Fowler will score on a long double by Bryant. Cubs lead 1-0.
Excellent at-bat by Kris. And he did just what we were talking about. He was looking breaking ball early and then covers that pitch away. About 70% of the pitches today for the right-handers will be sliders. He got a slider and he hooks it off that left field wall. This ball doesn't miss going out of the ballpark by about a foot or two, as Kendricks tries to get to the wall and really never got to the ivy and left. And then because the ivy is thinned out a little, hit that brick wall and really came back towards the infield. Fowler scored easy.
Bryant with the RBI. Cubs lead 1-0. Here is Anthony Rizzo. And he launched this one. This was way up into the seats. Bryant drives one to deep left center. This ball's going to get up against the wall. It hits the base of the vines. Bryant has a double. Save some for tomorrow night. Bryant with his second double of the game.
As many things as he wants.
There's a 1-1. That's well hit into center. Back is Peterson. Turns. Can't make the play. Turned the wrong way, and Bryant is going to hold at second with a one-out double. Peterson couldn't recover. That ball was crushed, however.
And that's what I'm talking about. Hanging breaking ball in the middle of the zone, and that's going to be it for. You cannot leave a ball up, breaking ball. And he's lucky this ball stayed in because he only went to the deepest part of the park. That tells you how hard that ball was hit. It changed directions. But this is the swing path that made this guy one of the best power hitting third basemen in our game. And the location is you cannot leave that ball right there. I think Josh knew as soon as he let go, even though Peterson did the best he could to try and track that hard hit ball.
With Anthony Rizzo coming up, Grant Dayton is coming out of the bullpen. Lefty on lefty. Scoring chance for the Cubs here in the 5th inning. That's into right field. Down. Fowler to the plate. Cubs lead.
The reason I don't like this pitch is it allows him to get it over to third base nonetheless if he doesn't get a hit. He was set up for that pitch inside. He goes away. And the great plate coverage of Bryant, knowing he wanted to get the runner over to third, he gets the benefit of both. A base hit and an RBI. And a much needed lead for these fans and for the Cubs.
Thanks, Tom. Here with Kris Bryant. Kris, you hear the crowd. What does it mean to you to bring such joy to so many?
It's unbelievable. I mean, these guys have been here with us every step of the way. They brought it today. It was really loud. I mean, I can't say enough about. I don't even know what to say right now. I can't stop smiling. This is the coolest thing that I've ever been a part of.
What was the difference tonight against Kershaw?
We wanted it. I mean, we know he's the best pitcher in the game, but he's human. All of us are human. We went out there and battled. That first inning was huge for us. I mean, Javi making a huge play there to kind of, get the momentum going our way, and then having great at-bats.
Now, you guys have played with the weight of history, and yet you've seemed unfazed by it. Why is that?
We're too young. I mean, we don't care about it. We don't look into it. It's a new team. It's a completely different, time of our lives, and I mean, we're really enjoying it, and the work's just getting started.
Going to give the Cubs some problems. It's the high fastball. We talked about Kluber pitching off your fastball, throwing the slider curveball combination. Well, Bauer wants the ball up to give his curveball better effect. He'll throw a high curveball, a 12-6 break. Basically, if you look at the hands of a clock, you'll see what that curveball is doing. And the Cubs cannot afford to expand the strike zone with either of those pitches.
2-2. That is into right for a base hit. And Kris Bryant has his first World Series hit. And now the Lincoln Motor Company keys to the game.
Well, command the strike zone, and I'm not talking about Arrieta. I'm talking
synthetics, taking synthetic motor oil performance to a whole new level. Bryant takes a strike. Make the switch to Pennzoil Synthetics today. Bryant called out on strikes his first time. 1 for 15 now in the World Series. Trevor Bauer, the right-hander, fires. Fly ball deep left center field, back toward the wall. It's got a chance. Gone!
That's what you do with a fastball in the middle of the plate. You hit a line drive rocket over the 368. Side and left center, and the Cubs are on the board.
Kris Bryant with his first World Series home run. It ties the ball game at 1 as the crowd goes wild here at Wrigley.
You think they've been waiting for one of those? Woo!
Now, Ron, let's see if that one home run loosens up his teammates. Many times it does have that effect.
Strike 1. For coverage of this game in Spanish, please tune to Fox Deportes. Strike 2. He looks like a Jugs gun here early, just firing strikes.
That's what he does, and that's what he's been doing. Fearless.
High fly ball in the air to left. Cubs strike first. Tape measure shot by Kris Bryant.
You cannot throw him a curveball for a strike, especially with 2 strikes. The way that his swing through the zone, he has that unbelievable lift. And they have been a steady diet of breaking balls. And finally, Bryant says,
and now Rizzo trying to follow suit. Back to the homer.
He went slider, curveball, but see that loop right there and see that swing path. That is exactly what has made this guy the MVP this year. And everybody in the playoffs has pitched him tough, and he hasn't been unleashed via the home run.
Hit and hurt. Pete Rose and Frank Thomas. Clevenger up for the second time tonight. The left-hander is Ryan Merritt. Game 5 star in the ALCS. Line drive, base hit, and a 3-hit night for Kris Bryant. First 2 are on for Chicago here in the 7th.
Getting too good of swings and seeing all those fastballs. Now another mess for the Indians. Terry Francona, I don't know if he'll go to the left-hander or not against Rizzo.
Doesn't look like it at the moment, but I'll say again, these are big opportunities for Chicago to end some of the suspense.
There was, look, if it doesn't go well, the count not in your favor. With Kris, know who's on deck, and you feel better. And obviously, the fastball command, and we've seen 2 at bats and 2 strikeouts.
Hard hit left side. Lindor knocks it down, but no chance. And Bryant is heating up. What a good sign for the Cubs. Kris Bryant, who struggled through the first 4 games of this World Series, is getting hot. How about tonight? Here are the 3, 4, 5, 6 hitters for Joe Madden.
Well, it's that first 5 that has done the damage that allowed Addison Russell to do exactly that, the grand slam. And when guys start heating up, I talked about the contagious effort it's been for the Cubs. They all feel that mojo, and certainly in a desperate game, getting those runs early took a lot of pressure off of them, put a lot of pressure on the Indians.
There's Rizzo, who has 2.
So that game turned quickly for the Indians in a way that it changed strategy for Francona.
Another hit for Bryant. He's got a 4-hit game 6. And that's big momentum for their number 3 hitter again, heading into a potential game 7. Bryant 3, Rizzo 4. They haven't hit in these spots since July 3rd. Here's Rizzo.
Best move that Madden made today.
Inning, the curveball from Josh Tomlin. Tell me about the approach on that swing.
I mean, he threw me one the previous pitch. It was away. I mean, you can't really do much with the curveball away. That's kind of how it's been going this series. But you know, I saw it really good coming inside, and you know, I love hitting curveballs.
5 hits in your last 7 at bats, 2 of those home runs. How do you feel about the way you're swinging it right now?
I feel good. I mean, it's happening at the right time. You know, I love this team when our back's against the wall, and we saw it, you know, 2 days ago, and you saw it tonight. It was just really good baseball.
You get to do it again tomorrow. Backs against the wall for a Game 7. How does that sound?
You dream for that, man. I mean, we know it's going to be a good game. You know, we know their guy's going to be good. We got one of our best pitchers this year, too, going. So you dream for this, man.
Thanks, Kris. We'll see you tomorrow. Now over to Ken Rosen.
Bryant looking to charge one. Jumps it foul.
And so with Lester warming up right here, that's giving him the time to approach his entrance as a starter instead of a reliever. So that he has a quantity of about, I don't know, 30 to 45 pitches a starter needs to get ready by structure and habit.
Left side base hit, and somehow Bryant found a hole. I understand that with regard to the Cubs and with regard to Joe Madden with Lester up. But what I'm seeing is Kyle Hendricks this morning.
The Indians have done it before.
Here's the 0-1. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series. Bryant makes the play. It's over. And the Cubs have finally won it all. 8-7-10. For the Cubs, no more wait till next year. No more talk of 1908. They win Game 7 in 10 heart-pounding innings. For good measure, the foot of Kris Bryant slipped on that final out, but he still threw a strike to Rizzo. And the Cubs, Joe Madden in charge, have won the World Series. What a game. What a series. What a night. Down to Tom Verducci.
Thanks, Joe. I'm with Kris Bryant. Kris, describe what it was like to field that last play.
Oh, man. I knew he was fast. I knew how to get rid of it. It's wet out here, the longest game ever. Oh, my. That's one of the best games anybody will ever see.
The 17-minute rain delay. How much did that reset your team? What did you guys do in the clubhouse?
That was the best thing for us. I mean, we all got together in the weight room, and, you know, we all supported each other. You know, Chappie was a little upset. You know, that guy works his butt off. I mean, Jason Hayward led the way. I mean, talking us up, getting us ready, and you saw what we did there.
Kris Bryant, the Chicago Cubs are World Series champions for the first time in 108 years. How does that sound?
It's the best thing I've ever heard. I've never won an award as a team. I've always been able to do it individually, but this trumps everything. I mean, I'm out here crying, man. I'm so happy. I mean, I can't even really put into words how this feels.
Kris, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now to you, Ken Rosenthal.